Okay,
Hey, Mario!
I'm basically set up for my script. Okay, my mind should be really good, functional. The artist is in the house, baby, and welcome to the first episode of the Video Game Master. Now, consider this is my first debut on the channel. I'll give you my best at educating and entertaining you all. Okay. Also, I'll tell you the power supply to low power mode. Alright, so I'm gonna do a few takes for reintroducing myself. Say, the artist in the house, maybe welcome to my very first episode of my review of the Video Game Requester. Okay. I'm about to do my introduction in 3, 2, 1. The artist is in the house, baby, and welcome one and all to my very first review of the Video Game Requester. Now consider this is my first debut of my review. I will do my best to entertain you and educate you at the same time. Oh, that is actually really good. Because, like, last time I tried recording myself, my mind was completely messed up. I couldn't record. And now I can do it properly. Whew. Okay, let's try this again. In 3, 2, 1. The arms is in the house, baby! And welcome one and all to my very first review of the Video Game Requester. Now, consider this is my first debut of my channel, I will do my very best to both educate you and entertain you at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that once again. Just like, yeah, I actually got the line. I'm gonna do 3 more takes. In 3, 2, 1. The arms is in the house, baby, and welcome one and all to my very first review of the Video Game Requester. Now, consider this is my first debut for this channel. I'll do my very best to give you both educate you and entertain you at the same time. I'm gonna try to do it 2 more times. In 3, 2, 1. The arms is in the house, baby, and welcome one and all to my very first review of the Video Game Requester. Now, consider this is my first debut of my channel. I will do my very best to educate you and entertain you at the same time. Okay, so I can't really stumble like that, so I'll do it again. In 3, 2, 1. The arms is in the house, baby, and welcome one and all to my very first review of the Video Game Requester. Now consider this is my very first debut of my channel. I'll do my very best to both educate you and entertain you at the same time. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Alright. So, okay. Now I just tell the next part until it's like, plus I do swear a lot in my Let's Play channel, so that just a heads up, any of you can't watch my channel. How I work is I tell a story, a history of the game development, tell a story of the game, along the way I'll it. Okay, let's do these again. I'll just tell them I swear a lot on my channel, and I'll also tell how I work. Okay, here goes nothing. In 3, 2, 1. Wait. Let me see. Plus, I do swear. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, fucking stink buster. Alright, I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. Plus, I do swear a lot on my Let's Play channel, just in case you kids are watching my channel, just to get a little heads up. So, how I do my work, I basically do my little gaming development history, and then I tell the story of the game, and along with that, I'll make fun of the game, either I find some flaws of it, or either I find something worth making fun of. So that being said, let's get into this gaming development history. Okay, not bad. Let's do this again. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, just to keep in mind, I do swear a lot on my channel while Let's Play. So just to give you a heads up, if you guys are watching my channel. So, how I do my work? I basically work by telling my little story, by telling a little history of the gameplay, on development. I also tell the story of the game. I even make fun of the game, even if I find some flaws of it, or something that worth making fun of. And I even give my final thoughts of the game. So that being said, let's get into this development of the game history. Or, it's like, I need to get the control with me, by the way. Alright, let's sit over here. Alright. Plus, I do swear a lot. Wait, I'll start over. I'll do it once again. In 3, 2, 1. Plus, I do swear a lot on my Let's Play channel, just in case you kids are watching my channel and stuff. Make sure you keep that in mind. So, what I do, how I do my work, I basically tell the history of the game's development, I tell the story of the game, I even tell a little, by making fun of it, by either telling a little development flaw or even make fun of it. That being said, let's get into this game development history. Okay, do a little better than that. Let's start it again. In 3, 2, 1. Plus, just to let you know, I do swear a lot on my Let's Play channel. In case you kids are wondering of how I watch it, no, cut. Let's try it again. Alright, I'll do it again. 3, 2, 1. Plus, I do swear a lot in my channel, in case you guys are wondering. Oh, wait. Alright, I do swear a lot in my Let's Play. Okay. Alright. And 3, 2, 1. Plus, I do swear a lot on my Let's Play channel. Just a little heads up, in case any of you kids are watching this. If your parents are watching this with your kid, make sure you teach them not to swear on what I say. So, how I do my work, I basically tell them my little development history of the gameplay development, and also tell the story of the games, the story I talk about. I even make fun of the game, either I find some flaws of it, or even find something worth making fun of. So, without further ado, let's continue telling the little gaming development. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. Just a little heads up, I do swear a lot on my Let's Play channel, just to give you a heads up. So in case your kids are watching, or any of your adults are watching with your kids, make sure you teach your kids not to say any swear words what I say. So, basically how I work is I basically tell my little development history of the game development. I even tell the story of the game that I'm talking about the subject. I even make fun of the game, even find some flaws of it, and I find something worth making fun of. So, without further ado, let's talk about the game development history. Alright. Good. Alright, and now this is the part where I start reading my little text. Okay. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for the Nintendo 64 console, and the very first game in the Super Mario series in the 3D game. Okay, I can do better than that for reading a little text. Okay, here it goes. In 3, 2, 1. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for the Nintendo 64 console, and the first in the Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, then later North America got their release on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs on March 1, 1997. Okay, I can do better than that. So, even though I had to cut this part right here, I'm just gonna rewind again. So, here we go. So, 3, 2, 1. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for Nintendo 64 console. The first of Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, then later in North America got theirs on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs on March 1, 1997. Super Mario 64 is on development handled by EAD, or AD. I'll just do it EAD. Okay, let's do this part again. I don't know how to pronounce whether like EAD or EAD, but I'm just gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna read the line right now. In 3, 2, 1. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for Nintendo 64 console, and the first in the Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, then later in North America got theirs on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs on March 21, 1997. Super Mario 64's development, handled by EAD, lasted approximately 3 years. One was spent on designing, while the next 2 on direct work. Okay. Okay, and I will continue reading the part. Like 2 more parts, 2 more times. And I'm gonna say it in 3, 2, 1. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform 3D game for Nintendo 64 console, and the first of the Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, Then later, the North America got theirs released on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs released on March 1st, 1997. Super Mario 64 development handled by Nintendo EAD lasted approximately 3 years. One was spent on designing, while the rest was almost spent on direct work. Let's see. So, okay. Let's see that myself. I'm now so let's go lay down once here. Alright. I'm gonna read my script once again in 3, 2. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for the Nintendo 64 console, and the first of the Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, then later in North America got theirs on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs on March 1st, 1997. Super Mario 64's development, handled by Nintendo EAD, lasted approximately 3 years. One was spent on designing, while the next 2 on direct work. Wow, that's quite a history. Let me do 2 more parts in this one. Okay. Put the script together. I want to try to make it sound better. I'm going to read the script in 3, 2, 1. Super Mario 64 is a 1996 platform video game for Nintendo 64 console, and the first in the Super Mario series to feature 3D gameplay. The game was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, then later in North America, theirs released on September 29, 1996, and Europe got theirs released on March 1st, 1997. Super Mario 64's development, handled by Nintendo EAD, lasted approximately 3 years. One was spent on designing, while the next 2 on direct work. Wow, that's quite a history there. That is quite a history there. Okay. Alright. So, for that part, I'm gonna say, that's quite a history there, and then later on I'll still get into development. So, alright, I'm gonna get to the part of saying, I'm gonna read the line. Okay, the next line I'm gonna say, let's say quite a history there, and then I'll say, let's get in a review. So, here goes. In 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's quite a history there. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. And then I'll just look at the screen and then just continue with the next part. Alright. The next line I'm going to read is later on. It's a story, but I'm going to continue to do this little skip. Just 2 more or 3 more changes to make it look better. I'm gonna say the line in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's quite a history there. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. Okay. Alright, I'm just looking at the screen like a little bit above, too much. So I'll just continue with the little skit. Alright, I'm gonna begin my little review. I'm gonna tell the history of it in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's quite a history you got there. So, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. Alright. 2 more times. I'm gonna say it again in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's quite a history there. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. Quite a history there. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. Okay, I looked at the screen, and then we just get down to the moment of the story. I'm meant to be well. Thank God I'm meant to be well, because I was so exhausted I can't even stay awake on the last time I did this. Okay, we start off with the letter where Princess Peach told to her, voiced by Leslie Swan, who's also known by. Okay, so I'm gonna read the line here, read the story. Even though I don't want to wrote the damn script, I just gotta make it sound good. Okay, here's my take when we do reading the line. And my take starts in 3, 2, 1. We start off with a letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. We also remember her by doing the voice of Mona, Cat, and Anna from the Boy Vampire series. And we invited more for some cake and tea. I could do better than that. Alright, let's try it again. In 3, 2, 1. We start off with the letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. Who we also remember her doing the voice of Mona. Mona. I don't know why I said Mona. Okay, let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. We start off with the letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. Who we also remember her doing the voice of Mona, Cat, and Anna in the WarioWare series. Invited Mario for some cake and tea. Alright, that's it with that. I'm going to do more takes so make it sound good. And then we're going to do it again in 3, 2, 1. We start off with the letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. Who we also remember her when doing the voice of Mona, Cat, and Anna in the WarioWare series. Invited Mario for some cake and tea. And I'm going to do one more take for that. In 3, 2, 1. We start off with the letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. But we also remember her doing the voice of Mona, Cat, and Anna in the WarioWare series. Invited Mario for some cake and tea. Okay. I might do one more for this, just in case. Alright, I'm going to do one more in 3, 2, 1. We start off with a letter of Princess Peach Toadstool, voiced by Lizzie Swann. But we also remember her doing the voices of Mona, Cat, and Anna in the WarioWare series. Invited Mario for some cake and tea. Alright, that was good. Alright. Alright, the next part I never got a chance to read last time because I was too exhausted to read. I just want to go on to read this little script right here. And we're going to do the little reading. I'm going to read the parts in 3, 2, 1. After receiving the letter, what comes out the green pipe is our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet. As we all know them by doing the call, these characters' voices later in the future. Okay. And then later on, I'll just continue reading, and I'll try to read the other part of the script. After receiving a letter, okay, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna do it again. 3, 2. After receiving a letter, comes out the green pipe as our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet. As we all know him by doing these characters' voices later in the future. Arrives at the castle and then later finds out that Princess Peach and the rest of the castle has been taken over by King Bowser Koopa, the king of all Koopa and monsters. So, that's how I'm going to read that part next. Alright, next part I'm going to read in 3, 2, 1. After receiving a letter, comes out the green planet as our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet. As we all know him by doing these characters' voices later in the future. Arrives at the castle, and later finds out that Princess Peach Toadstool and the rest of the castle has been taken over by King Bowser Koopa, the king of all Koopa and monsters. I'm going to do it again in 3, 2, 1. After receiving the letter, comes out the green pipe is our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet, as we all know him by doing these characters' voices later in the future. Arrives at the castle, and later finds out that Princess Peach Toadstool and the rest of the castle has been taken over by King Bowser Koopa, the king of all Koopa and monsters. I'm going to do 2 more takes for that one. Alright, I'm going to read the line in 3, 2, 1. After receiving the letter, comes out the green pipe as our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet, as we all know him by doing these character voices later in the future. Arrives at the castle, and later finds out that Princess Peach and the rest of the castle have been taken over by King Bowser Koopa, the king of all Koopa and monsters. One more take. I'm going to do one more take for this one. Alright, let me do it again. In 3, 2, 1. After receiving the letter, comes out the green pipe is our main protagonist, Super Mario, voiced by Charles Martinet, as we all know him by doing these characters' voices later in the future. arrives at the castle, then later finds out that Princess Peach tells him that the rest of the castle has been taken over by King Bowser Koopa, the king of all Koopa and monsters. Okay. Okay, and then later on, I'll just read the script of saying, Samara versus Summon, that's about the same day. And then later on, I'll just get to the sarcasm part later on in the future. I'll just continue reading my script on the side view later on in the future. But actually, I can just do that better. Okay, I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. And so Morin rushes off also as what he does best to save the day. He comes across the king of Bala known as King Baba. Okay, so this part is like Morin rushes off to save the as what he does best to save the day. Okay, so I'm gonna read the line, and then I'm gonna just go on with the whole story in 3, 2. And so Mario rushes off his Mario rushes off as what he does best. Okay, I'm gonna read the line for real. So I'm going to begin a skit in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes off as what he does best to save the day. He comes across the king of all as known as King Baba. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try and read a better line. Okay. I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes off the god to do what he does best to save the day. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna do it for real. The first 3 takes is gonna be in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes off to do what he does best to save the day. As he comes across one of the king of all Baba, King Baba. Well, that's original. Okay. And then I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do 2 more takes for that part. In 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes off to go does what he does best to save the day. As he comes across one of the king of Baba, King Baba. I say, well, that's original. Okay, 2 more takes. I know I said it earlier, but I'm doing it. In 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes off to do what he does best to save the day. As he comes across one of the king of all Baba, King Baba. Well, that's original. I'm gonna do 1 more take for that. Whew. My daughter literally farted right in front of me. Okay, I'm gonna do it 1 more time in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario rushes out what he does best to save the day. And then later on, he came across one of the king of all Baba, King Baba. Well, that's original. So, okay. Now we got that taken care of. Okay. And then later on, the next part I'm going to be saying, telling to the audience, saying, telling Mario that he can get the power, so he must defeat him by tossing him around, tossing him out of the ring. Alright, I'm going to say the line in 3, 2, 1. Telling Mario to get the Power Star, he must defeat him by tossing the king around within the arena, without tossing him out of the arena. And he won. Okay, I'm gonna read that line once again. And 3, 2, 1. Telling Mario to get the Power Star, he must defeat him by tossing the king around within the arena, by tossing him out, without tossing him out of the arena. My bad. Let me try it again. In 3, 2, 1. Telling Mario to get the Power Star, he must defeat him by tossing the king around within the arena without tossing him out of the arena. And he won. I'm gonna do it 1 more time. In 3, 2, 1. Telling Mario to get the Power Star, he must defeat him by tossing the king around within the arena without tossing him out of the arena. And he won. Alright. And then later on, I'm gonna go read the script for me playing controller. It's saying, I'm just gonna be saying, so Mario's not allowed to toss around the king outside, but the king is? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read the script, or say the lines in 3, 2, 1. So, let me get this straight. You telling me that Mario is not allowed to be tossing the king outside of the arena, but the king is? Well, talk about fair game. And then later on, I'll just continue to read his lines, just like make it sound better. I'm gonna read the line in 3, 2, 1. So let me get this straight. You telling me that Mario is not allowed to toss the king of Ball outside the arena, but the king is? Well, wow, talk about fair gameplay. So I'll just continue looking at the screen as I make all sarcastic and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. So let me get this straight. You telling me that Mario is not allowed to toss the king of Alabama outside the arena, but the king is? Oh, well, talk about fair gameplay. And I'm gonna do it one more time for that dialogue. In 3, 2, 1. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that Mario is not allowed to be tossing the king of Alabama above the arena, but the king is? Well, talk about fair gameplay. Okay. Later on. Alright, so the next part, I'm gonna read the Mario going to come across Bowser after he acquires so many stars. Okay. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna read the line in 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach the bound for Bowser for the next match. Okay, I really wish I did get that finishing line, but we did reach Bowser for the match against each other. Yeah, I really need to check out my spelling next time. It's like whenever you type stuff up immediately, that will say it's hard for you to focus on what you wrote. Okay, I'm gonna try to read as best as I can. Out. Against each other. I meant to put down each other right here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now that I've rewritten the script a little, I'm just going to read the lines as I wrote. Okay. I'm going to begin reading in 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach Bowser for the match against each other. As the two fought, Mario became victorious against Bowser, and the monsters swore to get revenge on him next time they meet. Okay. Also, it's like, maybe try to get a little pin right here. Just for a little gag. Okay, so I already read the script. I'm going to do it 2 more times. And 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach Bowser for the match against each other. As the two fought, Mario became victorious against Bowser, and the monsters swore revenge the next time they meet. I'll read it one more time. And 3, 2, 1. After okay, I'll start over one more time. In 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach Bowser for the match against each other. As the two fought, Mario became victorious against Bowser, and the monsters swore revenge again the next time they meet. I'm gonna try it one more time, just make it sound better. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to defeat Bowser. Oh wait, stop! I got not defeat. That's the afterwards. In 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach Bowser for the match against each other. As the two fought, Mario became... Oh, crap. I can't even read to him. Okay, I really need to edit this part. In 3, 2, 1. After Mario became... Not became, stupid. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to defeat... Oh, why do I say defeat? Okay. I can read. In 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to do... Man, it's like the tongue just want to come out of my mouth to saying the word defeat. I just don't know why. I'm gonna do it one more time. 3, 2, 1. After Mario acquired enough stars, he was finally able to reach Bowser for the match against each other. As the two fought, Mario became victorious against Bowser, and the monsters swore revenge the next time they meet. Okay, I'm done with that part. So like, yeah, that's basically the concept you're gonna get throughout this whole gameplay. And then I'll just look at the audience and think, whew. Okay, so I was like, yeah, that's basically the concept we're gonna get throughout this whole gameplay. Alright, I'm gonna read the line in 3, 2, 1. Like, yeah, that's basically the concept we're gonna get throughout this whole gameplay, my fellow viewers. Okay, that's basically the concept. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna say it again in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's basically the context you're gonna get throughout this whole gameplay, my fellow viewers. Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's basically the context we're gonna get throughout this whole gameplay, my fellow viewers. Then later on, the next part we're gonna read, they sound like it. The next part I'm gonna read is saying, you know, if I think about it, it's basically a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Alright. And then Alright. I'll read this part right here in 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna hide the script. I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. You know, the more I think about it, the more it's basically a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Don't believe me? Here, let me show you. We added a little mouse here. Okay. I'll read the script alone and what does it say? Okay, it's okay. And then I'll just read that part and then I'll just read the script alone. Alright, I'm gonna read the line again in 3, 2, 1. You know, the more I think about it, the more it's basically a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Don't believe me? Here, let me show you. And then I just basically draw this on pictures of with my hand taken out. I'm gonna do it once again in 3, 2, 1. You know, the more I think about it, the more it's basically a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Don't believe me? Here, let me show you. Alright, 2 more takes for this one. In 3, 2, 1. You know, the more I think about it, the more it's basically a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Don't believe me? Here, let me show ya. Okay. Or I say, here, take a look here. Or I'll just say, here, let me show you. It sounds a little better. I'm gonna do it one more time in 3, 2, 1. You know, the more I think about it, the more it's more like a rip-off version of Mickey Mouse. Don't believe me? Here, let me show ya. And then later on, I'll just basically stick my hand out and just draw it out. And then I just read the line here saying, I say, here are the ears, the tails. No, I don't know why I say tails. Oh, and then I'm going to add a little graphic art for that one. Alright, I'm going to do it again in 3, 2, 1. Here are the ears, the tail, the nose, and we got the overall, and oh! Let's not forget about this Scooby song! Alright, I'm gonna do it again. In 3, 2, 1. Here are the ears, the tail, the nose, and we got the overall, and oh! Let's not forget about this Goofy smile! Alright, I'm gonna read 2 more lines and 2 more times in this line, so 3, 2. Here are the ears, the tail, the nose, we got the overall, and oh! Let's not forget about the smile! Oh, I forgot that I say Goofy smile. Alright, I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2. Here are the ears, the tail, the nose, we got the overall, and oh! Let's not forget about his Goofy smile! Alright, that's good. then I'll come back and read the line saying, there, I hope you like that image. To be fair, he's more popular than the mouse himself. Okay, I'll read that line all by memory in 3, 2, 1. There, I hope you like that image. But to be fair, he is more popular than the mouse himself. Okay, I'm gonna do it once again. I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. There, I hope you like that image, all my fellow viewers. But to be fair, he is more popular than the mouse himself. Okay, I hope you like that image. Okay. I'm gonna read it online again. 3, 2. There we are. I hope you like that image. Oh, fight. There we are. I hope you like that image. Okay, I'll read it again. In 3, 2, 1. Here we are. I hope you like that image there. But to be perfectly honest, he is more popular than the mouse himself. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more takes in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. I hope you like that image there. But to be perfectly honest, he is more popular than the mouse himself. I'm gonna do it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. There we are. I hope you like that image here. But to be perfectly honest, he is more popular than the mouse himself. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go read this part. I'm almost done reading it. I'm gonna go down and read the next part. The more it goes on distance. Alright, here goes. I'm about to read this next part in 3, 2, 1. And some more travels around the castle again, gathering all those power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And 1 again. Try to do better. Let's see, in 1 again. Alright, here goes in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario travels around the castle yet again, gathering all the power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And he won again. Okay, let's try it again in 3, 2, 1. And so Mario travels around the castle yet again, gathering all the power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And he won. Again. 2 more takes. This one in 3, 2. And so more travels around the castle yet again, gathering all the power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And he won. Again. 2 more takes. In 3, 2, 1. And so more travels around the castle yet again, gathering all the power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And he won. Again. And then I'll read the line one more time. In 3, 2, 1. And so more travels around the castle yet again, gathering all the power stars in order to encounter Bowser the second time. And he won. Again. Alright, I read that script. Okay, so Bowser makes this escape again. But it'll be the last time we'll gather. Alright, the last part I'm gonna do is read the line because after the start again. We're almost done. Alright. I'm gonna read the next part in 3, 2, 1. Bowser makes his escape once again, but it will be the last time as Mario has to gather. And then later on he looks up the chart and sees how many stars he gather. So, and then I gotta look through the audience again. Okay, I'm gonna say the line again in 3, 2, 1. Bowser makes his escape once again, but it will be the last time as Mario has to gather. Alright, I'll read that line 2 more times in 3, 2. Bowser makes his escape once again, but it will be the last time as Mario has to gather. Alright, 2 more times. And 3, 2, 1. Bowser makes his escape once again, but it will be the last time as Mario has to gather. And then we'll read it online one more time in 3, 2, 1. Bowser makes his... Okay, let me start off. My mouth is all bad. 3, 2, 1. Bowser makes it to escape once again, but it will be the last time Mario has to gather. Alright. The next part I'm gonna do is I read the script. Oh wait, let me put my thing back down. Get all online for a sec. Okay. So I'm gonna look all displeased. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll just look all not happy with the result in the games I'm saying. I gotta get that many stars just to get to Bowser. Okay, here goes nothing. In 3, 2, 1. What? I have to gather that many stars just to get to Bowser? No. I have a better idea. You think, I got no time to gather that many stars. I got a review to do. Okay, so let's go along with this game. I already basically got that memorized. And then I'm gonna say it again in 3, 2, 1. What? I have to gather that many stars just to get to Bowser? No. I have a better idea. Like, I got no time to gather all the stars like that. I got a review to do. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 more takes in 3, 2, 1. What? I have to gather that many stars just to get to Bowser? No. I have a better idea. I don't have time to gather that many stars. I got a review to do. I'm gonna do one more time for this one. In 3, 2, 1. What? You want me to gather that many stars just to get to Bowser? No. I have a better idea. I don't have time to gather that many stars. I got a review to do. Alright. Now that I got that taken care of, I'm gonna read the line. And as I'm gonna try to read it, I'm gonna try to get to the last part. When it comes to the last part, I'll start. I'll skip the parts out one after another. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna read the line of the last few lines in 3, 2, 1. So let's see. I already read that part. I'll read this part here. The last part I'm gonna read is right here in 3, 2. So as we fairly make our way to the next room, Mario finally come across the last one and confronts Bowser one last time. So the two fought, and fought, and fought, and won. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the story right here. I'm gonna do my review in 3, 2, 1. So as we fairly make our way to the next room, Mario finally come across the last room and confront Bowser one last time. So the two fought, and fought, and fought, and won. Okay, 2 more takes in this one, and 3, 2, 1. So as we fairly make our way onto our room, okay, stop. Let's start over this one. I didn't read it right. I'm gonna read it right in 3, 2, 1. So as we fairly make our way to the next room, Mario finally come across the last room and confronts Bowser one last time. So the two fought, and fought, and fought, and won. One more time. I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. So as we fairly make our way to the next room, Mario finally come across the last room and confronts Bowser one last time. So the two fought, and fought, and fought, and won. Okay, I'm gonna read the last line here. Alright. I'm gonna read the last part of the script saying, Mario defeat Bowser and rescue the Princess. So here goes the last line here. So I'm gonna read the line right now in 3, 2, 1. After Bowser's defeat, Mario comes across a final power star and uses it to free Princess Peach from the evil spell. As the princess is free, Mario receives a kiss on the nose and lives happily ever after. Alright, that's it for that part. So I'm gonna go on with this little review. I'll give my final thoughts. So basically, I'll just say the line right here again in 3, 2, 1. After Bowser's defeat, Mario comes across the final power star and uses it to free Princess Peach Toadstool from the evil spell. And as the princess is freed, Mario receives a kiss on the nose and lives happily ever after. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more takes for that one in 3, 2, 1. After Bowser's defeat, Mario comes across the power star. Oh wait, no. Start over. I'm gonna start over. In 3, 2, 1. After Bowser's defeat, Mario comes across the final power star and uses it to free Princess Peach Toadstool from the evil spell. As the princess is free, Mario receives a kiss on the nose and lives happily ever after. Alright, I'm gonna read it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. After Bowser's defeat, Mario comes across the final power star and uses it to free Princess Peach Toadstool from the evil spell. As the princess is freed, Mario receives a kiss on the nose and lives happily ever after. And then the last part, I'll just read it to myself. And that's all the review of Super Mario 64. And the last part I'm going to say right now in front of the camera in 3, 2, 1. And that's all the review of Super Mario 64. And then I'll just read the line again the second time in 3, 2, 1. And that's all the review of Super Mario 64. Alright. So I'm going to do 2 more takes in that one. 3, 2, 1. And that's all the review of Super Mario 64. And 1 more take for that one. In 3, 2, 1. And that's all the review of Super Mario 64. Alright, I'm gonna read the last line alone. Off screen when I'll show the little game footage. Alright, I'm almost done. I'll give it my final thoughts of the game. My final thoughts is going to be in 3, 2, 1. My final thoughts of the game is that it is timeless. Sure, the game has its ups and downs when you collect the power stars, especially if you're going to collect all coin stars with 100% completion, but I will admit the game still has its charm by making fun of it, by making it fun, challenging, and enjoyable for us to enjoy. Check on my brother, I'll make some noise in the background. Alright, I'll give my final thoughts again by reading to the audience in 3, 2. My final thought for this game is that it is timeless. Sure, the game has its ups and downs when you collect the power stars, especially if you're going to go and collect all the coins for all the coin stars for 100% completion. But I will admit the game still has its charm by making it fun, challenging, and enjoyable for us to play. I'm going to read it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. My final thoughts for this game is that it is timeless. Sure, the game has its ups and downs when you collect the power stars, especially when you're going to collect all the coin stars for 100% completion. But I will admit the game still has its charm by making it fun, challenging, and enjoyable for us to play together. I'm going to read the script one last time. In 3, 2, 1. My final thought for this game is that it is timeless. And I'm going to move somewhere else. Even see it. Okay. At least he didn't show himself in front of the camera. Thank you for that. Alright. I'm going to give my final thoughts one more time. In 3, 2, 1. My final thought for this game that it is timeless. Sure, the game has its ups and downs when you collect the power stars, especially if you're going to collect all the coin stars for 100% completion. But I will admit the game still has its charm by making it fun, challenging, and enjoyable for us to play together. Alright, for the next part, I'm going to read the next part of my thoughts. And I'm going to read the line again in 3, 2. If you have my recommendation for playing this game, then yes, play this game. You don't have to collect all the power stars, but it is optional if you want to collect everything the game has to offer. And my dog's gonna sit next to me. I need to get in some water later on. Okay, I'm gonna read the script of my recommendation in 3, 2, 1. If you have a question for my recommendation for playing this game, then yes, play this game. You don't have to collect all the power stars, but it is optional if you want to collect everything the game has to offer. I'm gonna do it 2 more lines in 3, 2, 1. If you have recommendation for I'll start over in 3, 2, 1. If you have a question for my recommendation for playing this game, then yes, play this game. You don't have to collect all the power stars, but it is optional if you want to collect everything the game has to offer. I'm going to do it one more time in 3, 2, 1. If you have a question for my recommendation for playing this game, then yes, play this game. You don't have to collect all the power stars, but it is optional if you want to collect everything the game has to offer. And that's it. And that's it for my very first debut review. Okay, I know the rest of the line. Alright, and I'll just say that's it for my very first debut for my channel. For all my fellow viewers out there. Okay, I'm gonna say the line in 3, 2, 1. And that is all for my very first debut for my review for my channel. Oh, shit. I'm gonna start over. Okay, I'm gonna do my outro in 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review of my debut video of my Video Game Requester. Okay, no, that was shit. Alright, I'm gonna say the line in 3, 2. And that is my very first review for my future reviews for my channel. Oh wait. Alright, first debut of my channel on the Video Game Requester. This is my very first debut on my channel of the Video Game Requester. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna say it better. In 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review of my debut video of the Video Game Requester. To all my fellow viewers out there, yeah. I'm gonna say it again. In 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review for my shit. I'm gonna do it again. In 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review for my channel of the Video Game Requester. If you guys like the channel, hit the like and subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification button for shit. I know the line, but I just can't say it. Okay. I've been saying it along with my Let's Play. And I'm gonna say it again in 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review of my Video Game Requester channel. If you guys like the channel so much, hit the like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification button for more upcoming videos in the future. And that being said, I'm the Video Game Requester. And the artist says, catch you on the next episode, baby. Peace. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more takes for that one. In 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review video of the Video Game Requester. If you guys like the channel so much, hit the like and subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification button for more upcoming videos. And that being said, I'm the Video Game Requester, and the artist says, catch you on the next episode, baby. Peace. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more takes for that one. I'm gonna do it again in 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review of my Video Game Requester channel. If you guys like the channel so much, hit the like and subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification button if you want to see more upcoming videos. That being said, I'm the Video Game Requester, and your artist says, catch you on the next episode, baby. Peace. I'm gonna say it one more time. In 3, 2, 1. And that is my very first review of my Video Game Requester channel. If you guys like the channel so much, hit the like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification button for more upcoming videos in the future. And that being said, I'm the Video Game Requester, and your artist says, catch you on the next episode, baby. Peace. Whew, finally, I'm done. I've been doing it nearly an hour.